We are now in the very end of the third trimester, week 38. Honestly, this trimester feels somehow twice longer. Maybe it's because now I'm on maternity leave and how exciting and how boring my day feels depends on me, or maybe it's because the due date is so close and last month feel incredibly stretched. And hi, my name is Agnes and welcome to my channel. I'm pregnant with my second baby. Today we will talk about third trimester symptoms, what new I feel, what new it's happened. But before I start, if you haven't seen first and second trimester recap, then I will put link in the description below. So let's start with my favorite part, food. My food preferences are mostly back and I can finally eat eggs. In my first and third trimester it was food what I couldn't stand out, and it was really hard for me because eggs is my go-to breakfast meal. Now I'm so happy that I can eat them again. Other thing what I notice now, that during whole my pregnancy I become more neutral to seafood, so I don't have these cravings for sushi, salmon or shrimps, and I even eat them less. And overall I think during my pregnancy, especially during this nausea period, my food preferences are the same what I had in the childhood. So I'm not eating food what I dislike when I was kid. So I didn't eat eggs, some seafoods, some other kind of foods. And during this pregnancy, I just have this throwback to my food preferences in the child. And also craving my mom's food. So each time when I visit her, I ask her to cook something favorite childhood meals. Speaking about nausea, I don't have it anymore in my third trimester, and I'm so thankful because when I was pregnant with my first daughter I had nausea even in the third trimester, and also I need to go to hospital, make additional procedures to help get rid of this nausea. Now I don't have it, no morning sickness in the third trimester, but what I still have is nausea in the morning or in the night a few hours before my awakening time. But I think it's mostly because my acid reflux, so it makes me feel more nauseous. Regarding acid reflux, it make me cry one day because now it's so I have issues with the reflux before my pregnancy. Now my pregnancy makes it even more harder to experience these periods. I can drink any supplements what can help me really quickly get rid of it, and also baby is growing with each day more and more, and because it's taking so much space, it's pressing on digestive system. Eating smaller portions don't help me anymore. Also I noticed if I had some huge stress, then my acid reflux will just be incredibly harsh to me. So I had this one situation when one of my closest relative members get to the hospital one day because there were some issues with the heart. Thankfully now it's all okay, and I try not to think about them because I can't do anything to make this time period more pleasant for them. So but they now on some medicine, and I'm hoping then everything will be fine with them. But still that stress what I have when I hear this news, it's make my acid reflux really hard. During a whole week after that notice, I couldn't sleep really good because during whole night I felt how it's burning, and also during the day, so even sipping the water make me feel burning inside. So I'm trying to minimize stress in my life how I can, but still life is going. But what is good, I finally found at my month 7 of the pregnancy position how I can sleep to not feel my acid reflux and be able to sit not in sitting position. So now I'm on my pillow putting IKEA shark and then putting my head. So my head is really on the top, other half on body are on the bottom, and then I can sleep. My acid reflux not so harsh on me. Other issue, I start to feel pain in my hips, and between these both heartburn and pain in the hips, I choose pain in the hip during the day because for me it's less painful than just feeling heartburn during the whole day or whole night. Let's move to another topic, energy levels and sleep overall. I definitely started to feel pregnancy tired. And for me it looks like this. During the day I got very sleepy around 2 or 3 a.m. for a few hours. I try not to sleep any day naps because I'm afraid that if I will nap during the day I won't be able to sleep good in the night. I also from those people who can't have these short power naps. I usually sleep 2-3 hours and after that I have hangover. So I'm trying not to sleep during the days, but there have been few days when I slept, but it was mostly after some really active day when I just push all my energy and then on the next day I need to recharge myself. But I'm trying to avoid like to be sleepy because after like 6 a.m. my energy levels will be back. Also I'm getting really tired physically, so I can't anymore walk for 1 hour. I walking only 30-40 minutes. Even walking to the stairs or standing up from the bed is like really exhausting for me, and after I do some activity I need to have a pause and a bit sit. Also I noticed that I get tired like mentally, so if I do some mental exercise but don't take any physical effort from me but only like my brain. So for example I helping my daughter with her homework with maths. After those 30 minutes what I helped her, I feel exhausted, that all my energy is just out from me and I need to a bit sit and do nothing. But I'm really thankful that I can't sleep during like almost whole night. Especially last month my sleeping experience got better. I sleep much deeper and also I learned how to move from one side to another side and not waking myself up so much during the night. So because previously I have like 5-point position to move me and now it's taking like only 2, but I'm using my hands and all my strengths of the legs and then moving myself. So it's something that I learned only like now in my last month, but it helps me not to wake myself, because with those 5 points I really was like waking up myself. Also I'm now in the 8th trimester. I'm not waking up so much to go to pee during the night, so now it's only twice per night because previously it was 4-5 times per night. So now I'm it also helps to have this more deeper sleep. And as I touch toilet topic, let's speak more about it. Of course, in the 3rd trimester I need to pee much more frequently. Sometimes I even think that I'm not drinking so much water to go so often. I think few times per hour I'm going. Also, what I noticed that when I'm on the toilet I need to sit a bit more, because when I think I finish, I'm not finished. So I'm sitting a bit longer. Also I move my body to front and to a bit back, and then I feel that my bladder is empty. So, but good news, I don't pee when I sneeze or laugh, so here's all okay with my bladder. Another topic related the same toilet issue is poop. Some days it's a bit harder or not so frequently. Here I was a bit scared because in my first pregnancy I had like really large issue with going to the toilet, do this hard thing, because in my first pregnancy I just went to think twice that week only, and it wasn't like I don't want to go, it was like I want but I can't do anything. And in my first pregnancy I tried a lot of things what was suggested, so some teas, some plums, eat more fiber, but it was like really hard for me. That was issue in my first pregnancy. And when I had the same in my second pregnancy, like right now, I was afraid that I will have same issue, but thankfully it's not impacting me so much. So I have some days what I skipping, and that for me helps, yes, eating more fiber. And here I eating like more chia seeds, are making them with yogurts, with cottage cheese, in the shakes, and they somehow make my tummy work really good. And if I have one day skip that, I know that and the next day I need to make like chia, some yogurt with them. And also now I'm eating them on the daily basis. And also I speak with my midwife, and she told that this issue can be because I'm drinking iron, and now my dose are twice more. And iron bad effect might be this one. Regarding to my another symptoms, they a bit pleasant but still not so good. My gums bleed when I frost them, so I not frost them on the daily basis but only few times of the week, because it's not that I have like a bit blood between two tooths, but it looks like I was in Fight Club because my mouth is all bleeding, and looking at that, it's a bit scary. Also, I think maybe my vision are now a bit lower because I feeling that when I looking forward I need to squeeze my eyes a bit more. But here I don't have any stress because in my first pregnancy I have lower vision, and after 1 year all my vision come back and I see the same way. But now yes, I feel a bit more discomfort because already my glasses they not set on 100%, and because of that I think I see like more this discomfort. But maybe it's something what I'm imagining with my hand. Let's go to emotional part. Here actually I think emotionally better than I felt in my first and second trimester. So now I'm less stressful. I'm less stressful because maternity bag is packed, so I'm ready to have labor in any minute. And what I put in my labor bag and all my suggestions, how to know what to put in there, you also can see in my video. I also will put link below. So I'm less stressful because my bag is ready, all things are bought, and also I went to maternity courses. Well, was all things describe how labor will be happening. All process of all stages of labors. Also how you can know that you are going to active labor, when you need to go to the hospital, and what to do if your water breaks. So I have this all information how labor with looks. I also about those poses what I can try with my husband, so I'm feeling like I'm prepared. So I'm not expert, but I'm prepared. And also I did some exercises what free my head from some like really bad thoughts, make me feel stressful. I did work on that and now I feel less stressful, what is like actually like really good. Of course I have some worries in myself, but not so much and not in so high level anymore. But still overall I think in my last month, I think it started maybe on the week 35, I got more emotional jumps, so I can feel like really sad, really happy, then really angry during the day, what wasn't previously. During whole my pregnancy, like I was like really good with my emotions, but now I can't so well control them. But also I think it's because of that stress what I experienced with one of my family members, although I'm trying not to think about that issue, but still it's somewhere behind my head. Sometimes then it just come back in situation when I didn't expect them. For example, one morning I was cooking pancakes with new recipe, and from outside they burned, but inside they wasn't burned, and it made me so angry. I just threw them away and started to cry. And it wasn't about pancakes, it was about that all pressure that I have because of all the situation what happening and what I can't control. And so I try more to journaling, more to not think. And also now I won't be in cocoon, just sitting at my home, not to talk with the people, not to have calls, but just me, my husband, my daughter, and just spend time with them, because then I've less stress. So let's speak about body changes. Third trimester, I have huge jump in my tummy, and also I think overall I'm also become a bit bigger, but still I'm really happy that me and the baby are growing, because also in third trimester baby are growing the mostly. My belly feels larger. Sometimes when I see that I need to take it with my hands, I have to have like better positions. Also now for me it's more comfortable to sit in yoga pose. My tummy start to grow and I really love it. I also made some photos with it at home to remember this time of period, and so I'm really happy to see these changes. And yes, now I even feel not comfortable in my maternity pants anymore, but overall I'm happy about these changes in my body. Looking on them more from positive side. Also because my tummy is now growing larger, I have even less breath, so it's harder to walk. Sometimes it feels like really uncomfortable to sit in some positions, so I have like less breath. And of course it's harder to move in the bed from side to side, harder to stand up. What is good, I didn't have any stretch mark during this pregnancy. I have all my stretch marks in my first pregnancy, so now I don't have any new. Also, I didn't do anything to avoid them during this pregnancy because I already have them. I not ashamed of them. It's like sign that they're in my tummy was little growing human, so I'm happy to have them. So this part was avoided during this pregnancy. During third trimester we had third trimester screening, so baby is developing like really good, and I'm so happy about each screening what we have. Also, we now know gender of the baby, and for me it's make much easier to talk with baby now, because previously I didn't know it is girl or boy, and as I'm speaking with a baby in my native language, and now for most of the words we have this split by the gender, I was afraid to call baby he or she because I can make not correct pronunciation of the word in not correct form. I wanted to avoid that, and yes, it's like really stupid reason to not speak with your baby because you're afraid that baby will be angry for you because you're not using correct form of the gender. But somehow for me it was like really hard mentally. Now when I know gender, I speak much more often with baby. So now we are talking and I'm expressing my emotions, and it's different experience. With my first daughter, we didn't know her gender before labor, and now when we know this baby gender, it's much easier to speak and talk, and it also creates different connection with you and the baby when you're speaking with your tummy, when you are eating something and baby moving and you asking him, oh, did you like it? So those small talks what you have with your baby already while they are in your tummy, they already making this deeper connection, and I'm so grateful that I can experience it already now. Regarding to the baby, also movements now are a bit different. So if previously it was like kicks and like really strong kicks would just take my breath away, now I feel more movements, like I feel like she trying to roll up, or sometimes it's things that she is stretching in my belly, so I can feel her. Also I can see with my eyes that I have like some waves in my tummy. I try to also film them, but each time I'll try to film them, she stops to moving. So this baby then like get on camera, so it's a bit different experience of the movements right now, because I think also baby have less space inside, but still sometimes I have some like kicks, but not so often. So also from week 36 I've noticed like pressure more on my pelvic floor, so baby most probably is moving down, and also I start to feel like lightning in there, and that feeling it's so interesting, I will say, because it's unexpected. So you're just walking and then you feel it's something like really interesting, definitely something new. And yes, now I'm in my last month, so week 38, my due date is at week 14. I'm trying not to look for any labor signs because there is a large list what might happen with you, how close or far from your labor, but I try to not think about them, just live my life. But it doesn't mean that I'm fully ignoring all things what I can do. So I drinking raspberry tea, but I know it's one impact labors, but only my like body, it will be more elastic. Also I try to do some exercises. Also I know it's more for my body, not for the labor, because for labor you just need to make love with your partner, because these actually are scientific proof thing what can make you closer to your labor. But anyway, if your body not ready and you will do all these things, still your baby will be inside you. So trying to avoid think about faster labor day. And for myself, not to think about this labor day is a bit harder, because my due date is 3rd of December, and so we have holidays, so my baby can be born under Christmas or New Year or after New Year or before Christmas. And I'm a bit afraid, because got for a few people comments about how it's awful to be born during this time, because everything forgets about you, everyone is celebrating Christmas and New Year. So I think these somehow make me think about this due date even more, but still I'm not trying not to focus on that, because I know that on the due date 3-5% of the baby comes on second pregnancy, and the before due date comes around 16-55, something like that, and another part after that period. So I'm trying not to think and be open to any position, to any day when child will be born, because I think baby knows when she need to come out. Trying to think from this perspective, from this positive side. So this was all updates regarding to the 3rd trimester. And now I just need to weigh my labor time, because it can be today, after 2 days, about after 2 weeks, or even after New Year, because now it's still December and my due date is 3rd of December, so I might even labor later on beginning of the January. So let's see how it will work for me, how soon or late. And thank you for watching and being till the end of this video. And also I would like to know your experience, how you are feeling. Do you feel the 3rd trimester also feels like a bit longer than previous trimesters? So leave your experience in comment below. And once more time, thank you for watching and see you later. Bye.